Do you ever walk past 5 stories of scaffolding and see a "Do Not Enter" sign, which just arouses your curiosity more than anything? If that excites you, then you'll find it pretty shocking to know that the world has many secretive locations which are completely restricted to ordinary outsiders. Do you ever wonder if there's more than the world's governments and institutions want you to know? A simple "Do Not Enter" sign has the capability of arousing the curiosity of millions. So one can only wonder what the reaction would be when you find out that there are secret locations hidden around planet Earth. Welcome to Curious World, where we discover and explore the weird and wonderful world that we live in. From the world's most dangerous snakes that can melt your skin in a matter of minutes, to a ghost town which has seen bloodshed around every corner, these are the top 10 most secretive places on Earth. Number 10. Snake Island, Brazil. Coming in at number 10 is the perfect location for a sequel to Snakes on a Plane, a place that would even make the island from Lost seem like a haven for a couple's retreat. Snake Island is what we're talking about, and it is located 90 miles off the coast of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Now, if the name doesn't set off alarm bells, let's give you a few reasons to be scared. The world's most venomous snake, aka the golden lancehead viper, resides on the island. And if you somehow manage to make your way out there, you would have a 3 to 7% chance of survival if you get bit by one of the 4,000 golden lanceheads. I may not be a betting man, but I sure as hell know these odds do not look favourable to me. But just to make sure none of you psychopaths feel like parachuting your way onto Snake Island, here's a few more interesting facts. You can find 1 snake per metre squared. The lancehead venom can melt your skin, and these snakes prey on birds. So if the message wasn't clear already, stay the hell away from Snake Island. Number 9. Svalbard Global Seed Vault. Shout out to all the gardeners and farmers watching the video, this one is for you. Our next secretive location is the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, located 500 feet into the side of a mountain in Norway. This is a storage facility for more than 4.5 million varieties of seeds and crops. The world's governments got together, had a debate and figured out, well, we've completely screwed up the world for at least the next 17 generations to come, so how can we make it up? Well, in a case of natural or most probably a man-made disaster, the Svalbard Global Seed Vault was created to save us from starvation in case the world goes to hell. The vault can hold up to 500 seeds per species, which equates up to about 2 billion in total. It's also tightly guarded, so unless Frank Ocean and the other 10 misfits, that's an Ocean's 11 reference, suddenly decide to become full-time crop farmers, I think the Svalbard Vault will be virtually impossible to break into. Number 8. Metro 2, Russia. Metro 2 is a secret network of underground tunnels that had been built underneath the populated city of Moscow. After World War II, Stalin wasn't really getting much critical acclaim from the press after he decided to change his designation from president to the dictator of the Soviet Union. So instead of actually changing his ideology and bullish methods, researchers claim he built this area as a secret bunker to protect him and senior government members in the event of another war. But at present day, this location, which has been given the code name D6, is used to connect several important government and institutional locations such as the Moscow Kremlin, Vnukovo 2 Airport, Zeltovsky's house, and many more. Another cool trait about this hidden location is that the railway tracks have been drowned in cement, which allows people to drive through the underground network in cars. Also may be a convenient method of transporting vodka from one place to another. If you thought these places we listed were mysterious and relatively unknown, you might want to stick around for the number 1 pick, because its existence alone is highly confidential. Number 7. Robbins Island, United States of America. The Hamptons is synonymous with having some of the fanciest and most expensive houses in the States. The owners range from millionaire celebs like Jennifer Lopez to random dudes that bought a lot of Dogecoin. But did you know that the most valuable property in the area is actually a nature sanctuary worth $500 million? Half the size of Central Park and situated on the east end of Long Island, Robbins Island is owned by billionaire Louis Bacon. After buying the property in 1993 at a bankruptcy auction for just $11 million, Bacon converted the location to an open sanctuary for wildlife and plant species, which is now worth over $500 million. However, since no one is allowed in the vicinity of the region, theorists often speculate about what actually goes on. Satellite imagery suggests that only caretakers reside on the island, and the rest is surrounded by greenery and wildlife, but some have a more interesting observation. While being interviewed by The Post, a sailor said that he heard rumors that a pirate named Captain Kidd buried treasure on the island. Unsurprisingly, the sailor chose to remain anonymous, so we'll never know if Captain Kidd was real or the sailor was confusing him for Kid Cudi. Number 6. Menwith Hill Royal Air Force Station. So it turns out Great Britain has its own Area 51. Although a community-wide gathering at the location hasn't been organised yet, Menwith Hill Royal Air Force Station is believed to be just as secret as its USA counterpart. The base was created in 1954 and was believed to have been used for top-secret intelligence gathering during the Cold War. While it makes sense to have been kept as a secret in the 80s and 90s, why exactly would the government still be hiding details of the base today? In fact, Menwith Hill is believed to be one of the biggest kept secrets in the United Kingdom, just second to the Queen of England's private affair with immortality. In the present time, only Echelon spies and NSA agents have authority to enter. So I guess we'll never know whether it's aliens, bioweapons, or Boris Johnson's barber that the government have been hiding there. If you're enjoying the top 10 most secretive places on Earth, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and click on that bell icon to never miss an upload. Number 5. North Sentinel Island, India. Most of us kids have fallen to the plague that is known as the technological revolution. Whether it's binge-watching TikToks, posting Instagram stories, or reposting the same story after getting tagged by a friend, we cannot live without technology. Then there's North Sentinel Island in India, which functions on a completely different tangent. The island has been inhabited for the last 600,000 years, but the inhabitants have not made any contact with the rest of the world. That means they live out their days like early cavemen. So when a crazy British naval officer decided to kidnap one of the Sentinel tribe members in the 1800s, the island local died of an unknown disease because their bodies were not used to the climate. The bizarre thing is that the government of India has now made the island off-limits to protect the island natives. So if anyone has a death wish, please head to North Sentinel Island. They're extremely hostile to outsiders, so if you ever try to educate these folks on how to use airdrop to share selfies, they're going to end up cutting you up and putting you on a stick. Number 4. Surtsey Island, Iceland. Located 32 kilometers off the south coast of Iceland, Surtsey Island was formed between the years of 1963 to 1967 due to the volcanic eruptions that took place in the area. This location has been the site for long-term studies on colonization and succession of land by plants, animals, and other wildlife. Surtsey, luckily enough, is a human-free zone in order to prevent humans from ruining the natural development of the island. Only well-trained scientists have been deployed in the region to study the various species of fungi, molds, and birds that have inhabited the island. It's closed for everyone else because it may affect the ability of the young island to grow naturally. So stick to the capital region if you ever fancy a trip to Iceland in the near future. We have finally reached the top 3 on our list, from an apocalypse shelter for high-ranking officials to an ancient archive that has 1,200-year-old documents. Buckle up, because we're about to blow the lid off some of the best-kept secrets in the world. Number 3. Mount Weather Emergency Operations Center, United States of America. From countless terrorist attacks to man-made disasters, USA isn't exactly the safest place on the planet. So in case of an unprecedented event, the Mount Weather Emergency Operations Center has been set up in the Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, which looks to protect the highest level of civilian and military officials in case of such events, uses this place as its center of operations. So just if the zombie apocalypse were finally to come to fruition, select few officials would be privately chauffeured to this safety location in Virginia. It's been reported that most of the congressional leadership were evacuated to the Mount Weather Emergency Operations Center post 9/11 attacks. Number 2. Poveglia, Italy. Located in the Venetian lagoon on a small island near Venice, Poveglia casts a rose-tinted image of sunny skies and green shrubbery in our minds. Although the place may sound like a great spot for a summer getaway, Poveglia reeks of Shutter Island vibes. The place used to house victims of the Great Plague that hit the world in the 18th century. And to make things worse, instead of using brick and mortar like any normal architect would, Poveglia's surface is rumored to have been built with human remains. This also happens to be the home to a large-scale battle which took place between Napoleon and his enemies. In the 20th century, the place became a hospital to treat the sick. But given the location's acquaintance with horror and chaos, it made sense that this was a mental hospital. Since 1968, the establishment has shut down and it is illegal for any person to set foot on the small island. Number 1. Vatican Library Secret Archives. The Vatican Archives has arguably been the most talked about secret location in the world. Home to over 35,000 documents that date back to the 8th century, the Vatican Library Secret Archives stretches more than 50 miles underneath the streets of Vatican City. People often speculate as to the contents of the Vatican Archive, whether it's a handwritten letter by Mary Queen of Scots herself, or volumes 1 to 7 of the Harry Potter series in paperback. What's even more interesting is how the books and documents are treated. Each document remains in the archive for at least 75 years and can never be displayed in public, with writings to Martin Luther and documents from the trials of Galileo rumoured to be part of the collection. The world is fascinated to know what else could be a part of the secret underground archives. With this, we have come to the end of our video. Which locations on our countdown did you find the most interesting? Or is there somewhere else that you think we should have added instead? Let us know in the comment section below, and be sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss a video from us. We'll see you in the next one.